Have you ever worked on your website, updated your SEO, or published new content and then waited for Google to notice? Sometimes nothing seems to happen, or you see impressions go up, rankings go down, and then you see dips in your analytics. A lot of business owners assume SEO is not working for them, but in many cases, this is exactly what's supposed to happen. Hey there, I'm Stephanie with Web Digital Services. I help small business owners launch incredible websites that rank organically on Google. And a very common question I get asked is, how long does SEO take to work? Honestly, SEO takes time. It could be months before you see the results from SEO changes that you want to see in your analytics and in the bottom line when it comes to leads and sales and conversions on your website. There are several reasons for this. So let's go over 5 things that are happening behind the scenes as Google is evaluating your website. Number 1, Google has to discover and index your web pages. When you publish a new page or update an existing one, Google has to crawl that page and add it to the search index. After that, the page can start appearing in search results. One of the first signals you'll see that this is taking place is that you will start to see impressions in your Google Search Console analytics. That means Google has started to show your web pages in search results, even if it's low ranking positions. Number 2, Google has to test where your web page belongs. Once your web page is indexed, Google needs to test it to see where it belongs in search results. Instead of immediately assigning it a search ranking position, the search engine experiments. It may show your web page for search queries to see what happens. Now, what is it looking for? It's looking to see if people click on your web page, does your page answer their question well, and do they stay and read the content? Based on that data, Google will gradually adjust where your page ranks in search results. Number 3, rankings fluctuate during the testing phase. During the testing phase, you'll probably see your rankings going up and down. This is the stage where it's critical not to make impulsive SEO changes based on dips in your analytics. To better explain this, I want to share some analytics for my own website. On this chart, my average position is the orange line. My impressions are the purple line. I've started publishing blogs to show up in new, very strategic search results. You can see when I started publishing new content, my average search position dropped. That's because Google started testing my web pages in new search term queries, and many of these, to start off with, were in low ranking positions, lowering my average search position. Then you can also see that after a few weeks of gradual increases in impressions, there was a big spike in impressions. This was where Google really pushed some of my content out. Then it backed off in pushing my content out in tons of different search terms, and you can see my average position went back up. This is because Google now has a better understanding of where my new content fits in search results. This process took about 2 months, but this is still early in getting stable SEO results from the effort that I put in with the new blogs. Just remember during the testing phase that rankings and impressions can fluctuate. Number 4, Google expands your search queries. As Google gathers more information about your page, it begins testing it across wider search queries. Let's unpack what this really means though. A page that starts ranking for one search query may start ranking for other similar search queries, such as related questions, longer search phrases, and broader variations of the topic. When this happens, your impressions tend to increase. And just as you saw in my own analytics, my average position temporarily dropped as Google tested my content across new and broader search queries. This is a normal part of SEO growth. The final reason here why SEO takes time is because of authority. Search engines look at patterns across your website. They look at things like how helpful is the content that you publish, how are your pages connected to each other, and how long has your website existed. As you publish more content around related topics, search engines start recognizing your website as a helpful resource. That authority builds over time. Again, let me share some analytics from a monthly SEO client of mine. About 1.5 years ago, I started publishing strategic blogs on his website. On this graph, the orange line is the average position. The purple line shows impressions, and the blue line shows click-throughs from Google. Over the past year, half of this client's website sales have come from organic search results. But look at the exponential growth we're now seeing on his website after publishing content strategically for just over 1 year. His average position is now page 1 rankings. That's the average. He's become a trusted source online, so trusted that his content has been featured in AI overviews. The content from his website has also been used to answer questions under Google's People Also Ask section. This 16-month graph shows the long-term benefits of strategic SEO. It's also a great reason why the best time to optimize your website was last year. But the next best time is today, so that you don't lose any more time building your authority and credibility online. So when someone asks, how long does SEO take? The best answer is that it takes some time. Time for Google to discover your pages. Time for Google to test where your pages belong. Time for Google to expand the searches that your pages appear in. And time for Google to build confidence in your website. There's a lot that can be watched in the analytics, though, in the meantime, so that you understand what Google is doing and you're not waiting helplessly as Google tests your web pages. Understanding how to interpret the analytics is vital, so you know when to wait through the dips and when it's time to make strategic changes. If you want a deeper understanding of what actually helps a business rank higher on Google, I have a full article to explain the process. I'll link to it below so you can check it out. And if you want some tips on how to get started optimizing your own website, then be sure to grab my guide, SEO Simplified. I'll link to it in the description below, and inside I give 5 tips on ways that I have used to help my own clients rank higher on Google. Be sure to check it out under the helpful resources in the description below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. We'll see you in the next video.